Okay. Hi everyone. Okay, wait a minute. I put the camera here. Let me know if you hear me great just before, and then we'll start the session. Okay, great. Okay, just let me know if you hear me good and if you see me on the camera here. I will share the screen just after. Okay, perfect. That is some. Okay. Let me show you the screen. Okay. Very session. Okay, I will start by the beginning. Actually, there is a big news coming in the middle of the week. Actually, all the stock market and what's going to happen on the stock market this week may be very interesting about the global market. So actually, there will be some movement on the Forex market actually. So today the market is less volatile. It's very rangy. All the dollar pair are starting to strengthen. So I will try to explain what I think about all the global market and how we can maybe make a link between what is going on in the stock market and how we can trade all the pairs that can have an effect. Just before I start this session, you can put the chat on all panelists and attendees. Okay, this will be the first thing. Then you can discuss or interact together. And the second thing, all what I will say about the market and maybe trade that I will take only for educational purposes. Okay, so try to be aware of the risk and always trade with your own plan. That will be the main advice I can give you for that session. Okay, so let's start 1 minute. I have to do something before. Let me check. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, so generally Monday we make a weekly forecast. So we try to see what can happen on the market during the week and what kind of opportunity we can take. Actually, the market, like I said just at the beginning, are starting to enter a range and very interesting zone. Okay, so let's start by the euro dollar. That will be the first pair I will analyze here. Okay. Okay, so on the weekly, we reach a weekly resistance, okay, that we reject 2 times. And actually here on the, let's say on the weekly as well, you can check this kind of demand. Okay, actually we are entering a demand zone, a weekly demand zone. So let's check what can happen. And I believe all what will happen this week will be related to the global market. Okay, actually we see on the daily that the dollar react to this zone. Okay, so that's just the zone here that the dollar react 2 times. Okay, 1 time here, made a retest, second time, and actually we are entering this zone that is very interesting. Okay, so I believe we can have on a daily basis a small retracement, but you have to be careful. Okay, we know that all the stock market are starting to go down. The VIX, that is the volatility index, and we also call this the fear index, is going higher. So in my opinion, I believe that we are entering a moment of the market that might be a risk off. Okay, so I think I already tell about this kind of market behavior, that big investors and big banks want to put less risk on the portfolio, so they want to withdraw some cash they have on the stock market, and they want to invest it on safe assets. Okay, and we know that the dollar, for example, also the yen, is an asset that that is known as a safe asset. Okay, so that's why actually we see a stronger dollar. Okay, so that may be the macro reason why we see this kind of strengthening move. Okay, so that's the first thing. And we have to check. There is the FOMC meeting this Wednesday, so you have to be careful about what the Fed will say about the interest rate. And I believe it can move the market. Okay, so you have to be very careful. Actually, we're entering a zone, an interesting zone, where we can have, as a technical analysis, a good rebounds. And you have to I believe actually on a daily basis there is nothing much to make. Okay, the market is already on a downtrend. If you see on hourly basis, the market is not volatile. Okay, it's like 10 pips far up and down. So there is nothing to make actually here on the H1. Maybe here can be the beginning of a small retracement, but still there is like 40 pips down that the market can go. So actually in the dollar, nothing much, nothing to make. Okay, we can wait this kind of flow here. Okay, we can reach this kind of level. Okay, again. Okay, and here you will have your decision point. Okay, you will have to check. I believe that the market can go down a bit, and Wednesday, when the market will enter this zone here, the market can react. Okay, it can have a strong movement, break below. Okay, and then you have to wait for a reaction. Okay, so generally what the market will do, the market will break. Okay, make a small retest to that zone, or maybe not. Okay, it depends what the meeting, what will be the conclusion of the meeting Wednesday, and then the market can still go down. Okay, so I believe that this demand here is very strong, but you have to wait if the macro result will have on Wednesday will make an impact on that way. Okay, and so that's why also we see a stronger dollar currency. Also, the dollar index is going up and making a new high, I think, today. So that's thing that you have to look around the market. Okay, not only the technical analysis that you have here, but also what is happening on the stock market in US. What is happening Wednesday in the meeting, that will have a very important meeting. And according to that, in a new analysis, we'll have to make some decision and some opportunity. So that's it. And all this kind of bad signal on the global market is come from China. I don't know if you heard, but Evergrande, that is a very famous and big company in China that hold houses and big infrastructure. Okay, actually the stock of this company is actually going down, and there is a big fear that they will be on a big debt, and they will not be able to reimburse the credit that they have on the bank. So it may affect the global market, and that's why we see a small, not a small, but a sharp drop on the S&P, on the Dow, and on the Nasdaq. All the stock market are correlated. Okay, so that's why we see a stronger dollar actually, because actually we are entering risk off momentum. Okay. So that's the thing. Okay, so that's the euro dollar. On GBP USD, it's kind of the same. I have a small position on a daily basis. Actually not going on my way, but you see, it's very complicated to trade something here. Okay, it's like you don't know where to. If you sell here, you're already late. If you want to buy, you have to find the lowest point. So that's a bit difficult. Actually, here I want to go on the trend, so I make a sell on the M5 and M1. Okay, so actually I see this kind of a small resistance for M5, so I start to sell here. I also sell here and here because I think it's kind of break and retest. Okay, actually it didn't respect so much. Okay, so we have this kind of level here. So the market react one time, two time. Here it make a break, a retest, make a hard break. We enter the zone. So I believe that we can go lower. Okay, because if I go also on the M15, the trend is down. Okay, my stop loss is very tight, and I hope to exit the market very, very close, and I hope we can see a lower loss. So we will check during the session what that trade is happening. It's kind of a risky trade because there is no the trend is down. So I'm trading with the trend. I'm good with it, but it can be here. If you see on the M15, it can be here the inflection point. Okay, and the market can make a sharp retracement. So I will have to wait and see how the market react. Okay, here on the M1, nothing. The market is making, I don't know, 4 pips up and down and not moving so much. Okay. So on the GBP USD, if I go, if I remove the trade level, let me check that. Okay. So it's kind of the same of the on the Euro USD. We have actually this zone here that we are entering. Okay, that the market react multiple times. We have the first touch here, the second touch, the third one that make a sharper move. Here also on the 23 of August. Okay, create a demand, and actually we enter this zone. Okay, so I believe the market can have a reaction at this point. Okay, on the H4, you will have okay this zone here. That will be the best zone maybe to enter. Okay, actually the market touched a little bit here. It was very close. Okay, and here actually we are in a small doji, so maybe the market is starting to to retrace, but still the strong is very down. We have to check what's going to happen on the stock market. I believe the dollar will have a great correlation those time. So you have to check what's happening on the capital market and check how the dollar is moving. Okay, I believe that what made the market move here is the dollar, especially. If you want a pair, guys, that you want to review, let me know on the chat, and I will check this with you. Okay, so actually we made the euro dollar, the GBP USD. Maybe we can go to the GBP yen as well. That have also a great correlation with the risk on and risk off level that I just told before. Okay. Okay, so the market is starting to block this kind of resistance actually. So we have to check. I believe my stop loss is just above this level here. Okay. JBP, JPY. So you see, it's kind of the same here. Okay. We have. Okay. We have this demand zone here. Okay. So that's actually where the market is starting to make a small reaction today. Okay. There is a sharp drop. So the market is starting to react. But still, like I said, the yen is starting also to be stronger. Okay, why is starting to be stronger? Because the market is in a bad shape. Okay, the global market is on a bad shape. So big banks and big investors want to put their cash on a safe asset, and yen is known as a safe asset, like gold as well, like the Swiss, like the dollar. Okay, so that's why we started to see a sharp drop today. Also, yeah, I believe today and yesterday was the beginning of this drop. Okay, and I believe that the meeting on Wednesday will make that what will move the market. Okay. So interesting zone here. It's also it's starting to be very bearish here, okay? Because all the time we make a lower high, okay? So the market is on a descending channel, okay? Also on a triangle, okay? So it's interesting, okay? If you want to trade in that zone, okay, so it will be that zone. I will maybe show you before the meeting that's going to happen on Wednesday. Okay, maybe you can made some or we can open it. Okay. Okay. So all that zone here that will fluctuate. So it will be maybe 2 candlestick. Maybe on HY it will be easier to see. Okay. Never mind. Okay. So maybe the few candles, the next few the candlestick that you can have, you can start to fluctuate and speculate on this. Okay. Actually, because there will be no news, I don't think the market can break this kind of level here. Okay, until Wednesday. Okay, what's going to happen on Wednesday is different. Okay, it can break on straight away this zone, but until Wednesday you can start maybe to say, okay, there is no big news until Wednesday. I think the market will respect some big demand. Okay, so if you think that today there is a confirmation of a small retracement, you can play with it. Okay. What happened after Wednesday going to be different. Okay, when they can make a sharp drop, okay, like the GBP USD and like the Euro USD, you can make a sharp drop, make a retest, and then you play it. Or maybe you can tell to yourself, okay, I still believe that the global market and capital market is safe, is healthy. Okay, in my opinion, maybe you're not think the same as I think, but I think that actually the global market and what's going to happen on the stock market and everything, it is not, don't smell good. Okay, I don't know. The Fed with quantitative easing and put a lot of money in the market, and all the time they buy stock and stock again and again. At some point, the market will say, okay, there is here a big problem. And the market, we have to review the interest rate, and already we are in inflation. So there is a lot of things that that actually happening on macro analysis. Okay, so technically that's what I see here. Okay, I see a demand that react multiple times. Here is the H4 chart, but if you see the daily chart, it's a demand that react multiple times. Okay, actually the market is starting to make a small reaction. It's on H4, so I don't think it's make a big sense to make a buy here actually. And you see on the M15, it's kind of the same. We have this small support in the morning. We break it, actually entering this kind of zone. I don't see nothing to make here. Okay, maybe we are in this zone that we are actually starting to make a retest. Okay, it's actually maybe block this kind of level here. So you have to be aware. Very difficult to make a buy when the market is going very down like this, and also very difficult to make a sell because the market already made more than 200 pips. Okay, so actually the market, if you don't have an ongoing position, it's very difficult to trade the market actually. Don't you think yours is sitting on a strong support right now? Yeah, Mohammed, that's what I think. But still, you don't know so much where is the support. Okay, the support is maybe 50 pips below. You don't know so much, and if you want to hold something like as a swing, as a swing position, you have to be careful and you have to be aware of what's going to happen on Wednesday. If you think that what's going to happen on Wednesday is good and you have a good risk reward and good risk management on what you're making on the market, so that's fine. You can go with it. But actually, I still believe that what's going to happen Wednesday, and if the number of the meeting on the Fed and the interest rate is not good, okay, we can have a strong break here. Okay, if you think the opposite, so maybe that's fine to open a buy position. Okay, actually this is a great zone. Of course, it's a great zone to make a buy. Maybe a few pips below. Depends how you want to manage your risk reward here. If you want to make a buy here, and it depends. Okay, you can make a buy here. Your stop loss will be below the low here. It will be, I don't know, it will be 140 pips stop loss. So that's not a small number. And if you want maybe to make a buy as a swing trader, you can maybe go to this supply. Okay, so that will be 370 pips, or maybe this supply here, but here the risk reward is 1-to-1. Okay, so I don't know if you want to risk that. Okay, actually also you have a good resistance. Okay, so actually if you want to make a buy here as a swing trading, it will be 1-to-1 risk reward if you want to exit here. Okay, so that's why I think that Wednesday the market will make a strong move. Australia and New Zealand, Martin, let's check that pair. On a weekly basis. Yeah, I think I also see this kind of support here. Okay. Okay. Actually, it's very difficult to make a buy here because you don't know where is the lowest point. Okay, if you go on if you go on daily all the time, you see here a lower low. Okay, so if you want to anticipate a retracement, okay, you will have to wait of some kind on confirmation. Okay, actually, I don't see a kind of confirmation here. So that means that we have to anticipate. And as a trader, I don't want to anticipate the market. I want to go with a confirmation signal. Actually, there is no much confirmation signal. Okay, I want maybe to have a short rebounds. Okay, on a weekly basis, on a daily basis. But each trader will trade accordingly to his risk management. Okay, actually here, okay, you are actually entering this zone, but maybe the market can go maybe 150 pips lower and then making the retracement. Okay, so actually you don't know where is the lowest point. So here is the problem. This is a good zone, but you have to wait for the reaction. That's what I think. Okay. As long as we have this trend here, that is a very downward trend. Okay, I don't see where we can make a buy. Okay, I think it was also on the dollar CAD the same kind of setup that I wait maybe a few days after the market starting to consolidate here. What I want to see is a consolidation in that zone. Okay, so I want maybe to wait a few days, few weeks with a small consolidation here, and that the market, okay, starting to going and push higher. Okay, so that's what I want to check here. And if I go to the USD CAD, okay, I will maybe show you also an example of what kind of setup you have to check. Okay, so here it was the monthly support. Okay, here it was actually, okay, so it was actually this zone here, and if you don't see, actually here it will be difficult to make a buy because you don't know the market. Actually, there is no reaction. But when you start to go on the weekly and you see this kind here, okay, the market starting to slow down. Okay, make short doji, second doji, small candle, two candle. Like actually here you see that maybe it can be the beginning of a returning pattern. Okay, you have a lot of doji here. Okay, so I mean maybe here the market is starting to, okay, wait, we are here in a monthly demand, so we are starting to to make some buy, and that's why actually the market make a big move. And if you go to the H4 zone, okay, time frame, I believe, okay, you will see. Okay, so this is this zone. Okay, you see all this zone. So this is where the market tell to a trader, okay, look, here the market is starting to consolidate. Okay, it's starting to create a support here, a daily support that also work with the monthly support. Okay, and the market make this kind of U. Okay, this is what's called the U. Okay, and if you see on the H4, if I can go, okay, so that's what actually happened. Okay, the market consolidate H4, then make this break. Okay, and you will see here more clearly. Okay, so it's make a break of the supply, make a retest, and you look the big demand. Okay, and here the market starting to going higher and higher. Okay, so that's all you can anticipate some kind of move on the weekly support. Okay, it's very difficult because you have to be very patient with that kind of setup on weekly, on monthly. So I think this kind of consolidating zone will be your confirmation signal. Okay, maybe on those, maybe here on the Australia, New Zealand, you will not see this kind of thing. Maybe the market will straight away make this kind of thing. But you know, it's like playing casino. If you want to wait this kind of big move one day, it's like there is the trade you are going to enter. Don't have a strong plan. Okay, the plan is only to wait that the market make a reaction. Okay, you want to put all your chance in your side. So I believe that's why you have to wait some cap on consolidation, and maybe, you know, maybe you're on 3-4 days, you will start the market is starting to consolidate, be very rangy, and then here you can maybe open a buy. Okay, so you have to look at it, put some alert, and be patient with the market. Okay, so that's how I see. GBP USD, actually my trade already out. It's oops, what, I opened it by mistake, never mind. Okay, I was ready to take the loss. It's you know, it's making 40 pips ups and down on the M5. Very difficult. Okay, actually maybe it can be the lowest point, we don't know. So here on the H4 and on a daily basis, you have to check for confirmation. Here it can be maybe when the H4 will close. Okay, so it will be around 8 in my time zone. Maybe if this candle will have a strong call, okay, maybe we can make a buy. Let's make the market make small reaction. But still, I believe the market is very downward here. There is a lot of downside to go. It's like 50 pips if you want to maximize the risk reward. You have to wait, or to trade with the plan you have, wait a kind of a confirmation pattern here. Okay, what is your criteria for confirmation? So Enrique, like I just said on the JBP, on the USD CAD and the Australia, New Zealand, if you want to open a buy position, I want to wait this type of consolidation. Okay, here. Okay, so if I see on the monthly, we are entering a demand. If I go on the lower time frame, here on the weekly, I see 3 type of doji. Okay, so that's in the market started to break down. Okay, started to stop here the downtrend. Okay, so the market here is rangy. And if you go to the lower time frame again and again, and you will see that the pattern will tell you that we are entering a consolidating zone. Okay, so this type here. Okay, and it can tell to itself, okay, here it's maybe the end of the downward trend. Okay, and here the market starting to react. Okay, and the market, and I don't know, there are some traders that are playing very aggressive and can enter the market. Okay, let's go. Okay, some trader will play very aggressive and will enter the market either here here, here, here. That is the support that creates the H4. Okay, there are also some traders that want to enter in the middle of the zone, and also some traders that want to wait for a confirmation. Even the risk reward will be lower, but you will the chance of the winning rate will be higher. That's when you see this kind here. Okay, so you see this supply, it's actually made a small reaction here. The market break it, make a retest to that zone. Okay, and actually the point when you have to open a buy will be here. And if you go to the H1, you will see also it clearly. Okay, so it will be just here. Okay, let me see. Okay, so it will be here. Okay, the market react one time, two time on the H1, make a break, retest one time. So you can either open a buy here or either open a buy here. Okay, on the retest. Okay, and still the stop loss will be it depends when will be your stop loss in that case. Okay, if you want to put your stop loss below the low, it will be the best stop loss you can have, but the risk reward will be higher. Or you can have maybe on the lowest point of the day. It can be maybe here, that point. Okay, I will show you maybe on the H4. Okay, and it may be here. Okay, because also here it was an intraday resistance that actually maybe I will put here. Okay. Okay, so it's also clearly resistance one time, two time, three time, fourth time, again and again, make a break. Okay, and then make a retest on that zone. Okay, so I believe if you want to open the market here or here, the stop loss will be just below the low. Okay, so that's why I see confirmation. Okay, we talk dollar, we talk pound, we talk euro. Okay, USD CAD maybe. We didn't talk about what can happen on the market actually. Okay. Okay, very interesting here also what's happening. Okay, on the daily. We have this top here. Okay, actually, this type of candle of returning situation with the market that okay, actually we have a small uptrend. Okay, all the time the low is higher. Okay. Actually, the market is trying to make a small reaction. Still, the trend is up. Okay, on the daily, we see clearly that the trend is up. It can make a broken signal here. I believe that Wednesday the market will decide again what's happening. Actually, the oil that is also correlated with the CAD is starting to go down a bit today. Okay, so that's maybe why the market is starting to make a small move here. Okay. That also react to this level here. Okay. A lot of time the market is making a kind of fake breakout, so you have to wait that the candlestick will be closed. Okay, here on the daily you see that all the day the market was traded above this level, and then the market finished on the doji here. Very good doji that you can open a sell position after the day. Okay, here you have to wait also what's going to happen. Okay, and I believe Wednesday will be the decision point of what can happen on H4. Strong reaction. Yeah, we see the reaction. We see this big wick here, and the started to go down. But H4, this candle is only 30 minutes. Okay. And but you see here on the H1, yeah, it can be the beginning of a small move, shorter move here. Okay. So that dollar CAD, we have an uptrend still intact on the daily graph. On the H1, I think we kind of break also this kind of level here. Okay, that we break today. Okay, this was maybe the daily resistance that we break. Actually, maybe we can make a small retest to that zone here. But still, actually, the dollar card is making a lot of fake breakout. Okay, as you see here, for example, and also here. Okay, you see that maybe the level when you don't see the market, when you see the market after is easier to see what's happened. But actually, if you wanted to open a zone here, okay, you say, oh, okay, actually the market is on the supply. I want to sell. Okay, the market is making a highest point of 160 pips and then going down straight, you know. So that's why you have some time to wait for some confirmation. Here, there is no confirmation. You see that there is no consolidation at all. Okay, the market breaks straight away. The dollar index. It looks like price is preparing to break out, in my opinion. You mean breakout on the upside, right? Yeah, actually, you see the uptrend also on the H1. You see that the lowest point is all the time higher. Okay, you have this sharp here uptrend. Okay, so as long as the low is higher than the previous low, okay, so that means we are good to go and to break. But still, I believe that on a daily basis, this kind of resistance here is strong. So maybe wait for Wednesday. Okay, I believe Wednesday it will be a great move. So I don't know if you want to be on position before Wednesday and let the market make the move, or if you want to speculate a bit before, because I don't think actually the market will break like 120 pips before Wednesday. Okay, this is a strong level here. Regarding dollar index and maybe stock market as well, I will make a small analysis at the end of the session. Okay, actually we will say on MT5, and then at the end of the session I will try to make a small review of the dollar index, also on the stock market, because I think the market are correlated till recently. Okay, we didn't talk about the Swiss. Okay. 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 I don't know if the monthly if you see, but there are this kind of break and retest. Okay, it was a support from 2014 here. Okay, that make a reaction on 2018. Okay, here also a reaction on 2020. Then we break it. Okay, make a low, make a retest to that zone. Okay, to that point, make a small reaction. Actually, the market is starting to make again a retest to that zone. So this is a very important zone here. Okay, that we are looking on the weekly. That also on the weekly basis, there is this supply. Okay, this is the highest supply here. Okay, so I believe we will enter this kind of zone 100 pips higher. And still, there is a lot of things to see here. It depends where you are, what kind of time frame you want to trade. But I think on that pair, especially, there will be a lot of opportunities. Okay, if I go on okay, if I go on the H4, okay, you had this level here. You had also a level just here that break, and this level was not relevant when we break one time here and the second time. The level that you have to check was here. Okay, and here the market make a reaction one time, second time make a break. Okay, actually the market is starting to go down. Okay, we see this kind of candle here that create an inflection point that also react to the stochastic points here. we can maybe have 50 pips from here to here, approximately, down below. Okay. But there is also this demand here. And the market is on an uptrend. Okay. The market is, you know, it was a big inflection point here, made consolidation, make an higher move. And here we're entering the supply zone. There is, I don't know where to enter the market here. That's gonna be maybe the problem on that pair. Okay. Okay, you have also that zone. Okay, that make a break here. We test very deep and make an higher high. On the daily, it's very choppy. There is like very difficult to make a decision on a daily basis here because you will have high weeks and sometimes the market will make strong rebounds. Maybe on the H4, it will be better to wait for a small move and make a decision here. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see a lot of thing here. And you know, maybe you see some kind of thing here on the market. Here, I don't think I can do something here, actually. Okay. So if you think that the market, you don't know where the market stand and you don't know what to do, you can put the chart aside from the week. Okay, I think there will be other pair that will have strong opportunity. Okay, like we talked about the euro dollar, like we talked about the GBP USD and the yen as well. Okay, here I don't see a good risk reward that you can enter. Okay, if you want to open a sell, there is like 150 pips up that the market can go. Yeah. If you want to make a buy, you have to be ready for this kind of supply here. So it's going very difficult to make to create an opportunity on a trade here. Let's talk about the New Zealand that we didn't talk. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so that's what I see. So you had this zone, okay, that was a resistance for a few weeks, make a sharp drop, didn't respect the resistance, break it. Actually, maybe, yeah, actually this zone is not relevant at that point. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Still, okay, so it was a break, a small retest here in that candlestick. We know that the New Zealand pair is a very volatile one, so make a small retracement, 60 pips. That's not enough on the H4, and then make a lower move. Nothing to make here. Still, not a lot of thing to make. Okay, if I want to open if I wanted to open a position, that one maybe on that zone, but actually this zone is not relevant anymore. Okay, and actually what we see today, you know, it will be the continuous reaction of what create the highest point here. Okay, we can make a lower move to maybe that point here, that maybe the beginning of the demand. Okay, if you see on the H4. So you will have that demand here. Okay, and you will have also the lowest point. Okay, so unless we are not touching the two zone here, I will not make anything. Maybe if you have a small setup to make a short, maybe you can, but on the H4, wait, I don't know where you want to put the stop loss. Okay, maybe I see something here. If I go on H1, if I go on H1, okay, you had that zone, okay, strong support, okay, for a few days, sharp break, one test, second test, and then we break, okay. So here it's also a daily zone, okay. If you want to see on the H4, this zone will not be so much relevant. But if someone open a sell here and want to hold, you can hold it. Okay, I believe that here you already maybe risk free. Okay, if you made already 50 pips, okay, you can put your stop loss at break even if you open a short position here on the H1 basis. Okay, on the H4, you see that the market can still go lower to that zone. Okay, and actually the market is starting to make a small reaction, maybe to no, it may be this supply that may be actually a demand. I'm not sure, but actually the market can go lower. Okay, the market can go lower, I believe. And still, it's correlated to the dollar, so you have to check what's happening on the euro dollar pair and so on. Okay, if the market will continue to go down to that zone, I believe that the New Zealand will go down again. Dollar yen, and I think it would be the last pairs. The last Forex pairs. If you have a last one that you want to review together, so please let me know. And I will make the last part of the session, review the dollar index and small talk about the capital market. Okay. I don't know if there is a lot of things to say here. The market is starting to okay, you have this very low volatility here. The market is starting to consolidate doing that kind of triangle, okay, on the daily. On the H4 this is very good if you know how to trade with the Bollinger Bands and stochastics. Okay, you see here that you have I don't know, maybe what this zone here? Maybe a bit lower, maybe a bit higher. But you see, all this zone here, when the market make up and down 60 pips, okay? And you see that the market, when the market make an extended move above or below the Bollinger Bands, the market went back to the average price all the time. Okay, because the market were traded in a range here, the market didn't make a decision where you want to trade. Okay, the market all the time consolidate here. Still, I believe that we are entering the last part of the consolidation, and there will be a sharp move as soon. Okay, and maybe also that's why the dollar yen is starting to consolidate, because the dollar and the yen are two currency that investor want to put as a safe asset. Okay, so maybe that's why between the dollar and the yen there is not much. It's kind of the same. So maybe it's kind of the balance of what is happening on the dollar index. I believe that it should be the one of the reason what we see this kind of big consolidation. Okay, and still on the H4, if you actually we are you see the market didn't react to that zone. Okay, actually it break the support here. We enter the zone. Actually, we're still reaching this kind of level here. We are actually on the middle of the zone. Okay, so actually nothing to make on the H4. You have to wait the extreme point of that zone. Okay, so you have this down line, okay, trend that can be also this zone approximately, and we have the lowest point. Okay, that I will be Yeah, it will be approximately here that actually the market make a small reaction a week ago. Okay, here. Okay, so I believe that's it for the weekly forecast that we have. Consolidation market on the dollar yen, and I think I explained why dollar and the yen are starting to be a safe asset for investor and banks. Okay, I will look at the dollar index. Okay, so let me open trading view. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I believe you see the screen here. Okay, so this is the dollar index. Okay, so actually that's why we see that there is a demand on the GBP USD and the Euro USD and so on, because actually the dollar is approaching a zone, okay, where when the reaction can be very sharp. Okay, look. Okay, so this is this zone. Okay, so it's exactly actually what we see on the GBP USD and the USD. This is the demand here. Okay, and what will move this dollar index will be the news on Wednesday. Okay, be careful what's going to happen on the interest rate. And if I go on the H4, okay, the market make a small break here. There is a small opportunity to go on the upside again. There was also this zone here. Okay, so you had this zone that was here, a resistance for a few days, break it, make a retest, okay, and actually create a demand here. Okay, it actually create a demand. Actually, we made, I don't know, it was 92.78 to 93.30, 33, sorry, and here, okay, will be the decision point. Okay, actually on the H1, there is not much to decide. If I go to the 50 minutes, we can see clearly the beginning of a consolidating zone. We'll have this support that created on 50 minutes. Also this resistance on 50 minutes. Actually, the market is starting to go down to, fluctuate in that zone. Okay, so that's what I see. Actually, I think the market, the stock market will open in a few minutes. So let's check what happened on the S&P. It actually opened. I want to check the future. Oops. No, it's this. Look at the CFD. It will be the same. Okay. Actually, the stock market is reacting to this demand here. Okay, this is the S&P. But still, I believe that there was a strong trend line here. Okay, that actually we started to break. Okay, actually the market react to this zone. Okay, so that's why you actually see a stronger dollar. Okay, because actually we are entering a risk off. Okay, I think it might be the top here. Okay, so again, I think maybe the Fed will put a lot of money in the stock market and will put the market higher again. But I don't feel this is healthy actually to make that. Okay, so small reaction here. Then maybe we can see also here on the dollar. It's maybe react. Oh, very small. Okay. Okay, I think that's it for today, guys. I hope you understand a small with my small word, or actually the global market and the explanation between risk on and risk off can affect the forex market. Okay, I believe it's very interesting to know these basics of macroeconomic. Okay, it's very clear when the stock market will go down, people will withdraw their cash they have on the stock market. They want to put it on safe asset like the dollar, like the gold, and so on. Okay, thank you guys. Have a nice trading day. Be ready for Wednesday. Don't think I'm not I don't remember we will make the session of Wednesday. I think the meeting is around US hours, so it will be on the open session on around the evening. So that's it. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Hope this was helpful for you, and see you soon, guys. Ciao.